Magandang buhay po at welcome po muli dito sa aking channel. Ngayon po, ang aking pong ituturo is how to solve quadratic equation by quadratic formula. So, given po yung equation, ituturo ko po step by step kung paano po gawin ang quadratic formula at kung paano po isolve yung roots of the equation. Okay, so ano nga ba itong quadratic formula? It can be used to solve any quadratic equation. So, meaning to say, kahit ano pong equation or quadratic equation ang given, pwede po ang gamitin ang quadratic formula. So, ito po yon. X is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, para magamit po ang quadratic formula, dapat ang given po ay nasa standard form. Kagaya po nitong quadratic equation na to, 4x squared minus 36x plus 5 is equal to 0, nasa standard form po siya. So, ang gagawin lang po natin dyan ay kukunin po natin yung value ng A, B, and C kapag naka-standard form, kagaya po niyan. And then, sasubstitute po natin yung value ng A, B, C sa ating quadratic formula para makompute po o masolve yung kanyang roots. Okay? So, sa video po na ito pong tatlong quadratic equation na ito, ang aking pong isosolve step by step. Pero bago ko po i-present yung step-by-step computation ng quadratic formula, click lang po muna ang like. At kung bago ka po sa aking channel, click lang po ang subscribe at notification bell upang sa ganon ay ma-update ka pa po sa iba pang video tutorial na aking i-upload sa mga susunod. Okay, so examples po. Find the roots of the following using quadratic formula. Okay, so ito po yung number 1. Medyo madali po ito. At yung given pong equation ay nasa standard form na po. Okay, so ito pong A natin, since wala pong kasama yung x squared, so meaning to say, ang A po natin dyan ay 1. Yung ating pong B ay positive 5, at yung ating pong C, plus 6 siya, kaya positive 6. So, sasubstitute po natin sa ating quadratic formula. So, x equal to, so yung B po natin dyan ay 5, positive 5. So, pero may negative b po yon kaya negative 5 siya. So, plus or minus, square root of, again, ano po yung b natin? 5. So, 5, then yung square, kaya 5 square, minus 4. Ano po yung a natin? 1 times 1. Kasi 4ac means 4 times a times c. Ano po? And then yung c po ay positive 6. So, times 6. All over yung 2 times yung a again ay 1. So, 2 times 1. So, ang una pong nasisimplify dyan ay yung nasa loob po ng ating square root. So, negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared is 25. Since 5 times 5 is 25. Minus 4 times 1 times 6. 4 times 1 is 4 times 6 is 24. So, minus 24. All over. Multiply na rin po natin yung 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Okay, so itaas po natin. So, ang next pong gagawin natin dyan ay, again, yung nasa loob ng ating square root o yung radicand po natin. So, negative 5 plus or minus 25 minus 4 is 1. So, square root of 1 all over 2. Okay, and then, yung 1 po ay perfect square. Kunin po natin yung kanyang square root. So, negative 5 plus or minus square root of 1. Square root of 1 is 1 all over 2. Okay, so dalawa po yung maging equation natin para makuha natin yung dalawang roots. Yung una po ay x sub 1 is equal to negative 5. Yung unahin natin yung plus, kaya plus 1 over 2. Yung pangalawa po ay x sub 2 is equal to negative 5, then yung minus naman, kaya minus 1 over 2. Okay, so isolve na po natin yung dalawang equation, x sub 1 and x sub 2. So yung x sub 1 po muna. So negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4 all over 2. So, negative 4 divided by 2 is equal to negative 2. Ano po? And then, yung pangalawa po, x sub 2, negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. Ano po? All over 2. And negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So, the roots are x sub 1 is negative 2, x sub 2 is negative 3. So, yan na po yung solution o roots ng given equation. Okay, so check po natin kung tama po yung sagot natin. Dalawa po yung roots. X sub 1 is negative 2, x sub 2 is negative 3. So, itry po natin yung x sub 1 negative 2. Substitute lang po natin sa given equation, x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So, lahat po ng x dyan, lagyan po natin ng negative 2. So, yung x squared, negative 2 square plus 5 times x. So, ang x ay again, negative 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. So, simplify po natin yung negative 2 square is 4. So, since 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, kaya minus 10 po yan. Ano po? Plus 6 is equal to 0. So, from left to right, pwede na pong i-perform. So, 4 minus 10 is negative 6. So, negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. So, negative 6 plus 6, 0 is equal to 0, and this is true. So, tama po yung sagot natin na negative 2. How about yung isang root? Negative 3. So, again, sa ating quadratic equation, substitute po natin. So, negative 3 square plus 5 times x ay negative 3 plus 6 is equal to 0. So, i-perform natin yung square, yung may exponent. So, negative 3 square is positive 9. So, negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Then, yung 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, kaya minus 15 plus 6 is equal to 0. So, again, minus natin, 9 minus 15 is negative 6 plus 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. And 0 is equal to 0, and that is true. So, meaning to say, tama rin po yung sagot natin na root na negative 3. Okay, so number 2 example po tayo. X squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So, first, get the value of a, b, c since nasa standard form na po yung ating equation. So, yung a po natin dyan ay 1, b po natin dyan ay 3, at yung c po natin, since minus 10 po yan, kaya magiging negative 10 ang c po natin. Substitute po natin sa ating quadratic formula. So, x is equal to, ang b po natin dyan ay 3, pero sa formula, negative b, kaya negative 3 po. So, plus or minus, square root of, yung b po natin again is 3. So, 3 square minus 4 times, ang a po natin ay 1 times, ang c po natin ay negative 10, kaya minus 10. All over 2 times 1. Okay, yung a ay 1. So, simplify po natin yung ating radicand. So, negative 3 plus or minus square root of, yung 3 square po ay 9. So, 3 times 3 is 9. So, if you notice here, mayroon pong dalawang negatives. So, if you multiply two negatives, the answer is positive. Kaya negative 4 at negative 10 po kasi yan. Kaya plus, 4 times 1 is 4 times 10 is 40. Kaya plus 40. So, all over 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so itaas po natin. X is equal to, ano po ang ating unang isi-simplify ulit? Yung 9 plus 40. So, this become negative 3 plus or minus 9 plus 40 is 49. So, square root of 49. So, divide by 2. So, since 49 ay perfect square, so, square root po natin. So, negative 3 plus or minus, square root of 49 is 7 all over 2. Okay, so dalawa po yung magiging equation po natin. Yung x sub 1 po natin ay yung plus. So, negative 3 plus 7 over 2. And then, yung pangalawang equation po natin, x sub 2, yung minus naman, kaya negative 3 minus 7 over 2. Okay, so solve po natin yung dalawang equation para makuha po yung roots. X sub 1 tayo. So, negative 3 plus 7 is positive 4 all over 2. Okay? So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, yun po yung x sub 1 natin. So, next po yung second equation. X sub 2 is equal to negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10 divided by 2. So, x sub 2 is negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. So, yun na po yung roots po natin. X sub 1 is 2 and x sub 2 is negative 5. So, yan po yung solution or roots of the quadratic equation. X squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so number 3 example po tayo. 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. So again, nasa standard form na po yung ating equation, kaya pwede na pong kunin kaagad yung value ng a, b, and c. So for a, 4x squared, kaya 4. Sa atin pong b, minus 4x, kaya negative 4. At yung ating pong c, plus 1, kaya positive 1. Okay, so substitute po natin sa ating quadratic formula. So, x is equal to, yung una po dyan ay negative b. So, yung b po natin dito, if you notice, ay negative 4. So, may negative yung 4 natin. Tapos, yung b doon sa formula, may negative din, kaya dalawa, negative times negative 4. Ano po? So, yung negative ng b, tapos yung negative 4, kaya dalawa po yung kanyang negative. So, plus or minus, square root of, yung b po natin dyan ay negative 4, kaya negative 4 square. Minus 4 times yung a. A is 4, so times 4. And then yung c po natin, 1, so times 1. All over 2 times a. Again, yung a po natin is 4, so 2 times 4. Okay? So simplify po natin yung negative times negative 4. So negative times negative is positive. So positive 4 plus or minus square root of negative 4 square is positive 16. So 16 minus, if you notice here, isa lang yung negative kaya minus yan. So minus 4 times 4 is 16 times 1 is 16. So 16 minus 16 po yan. All over 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? So itaas po natin. So x is equal to, ang simplify po natin yung radicand again. So 4 plus or minus 16 minus 16 is 0. So square root of 0 all over 8. So square root of 0 is 0. Ano po? All over 8. So dalawa po yung ating equation. X sub 1 po natin ay yung plus. So 4 plus 0 over 8. At yung x sub 2 po natin, yung pangalawa ay 4 minus 0 over 8. Okay, so solve na po natin yung dalawang equation para makuha po yung dalawang roots. So for x sub 1, 4 plus 0 is 4 over 8. If you notice, yung 4 over 8, hindi po pwedeng i-divide. But you can reduce to lowest term. Ano po? Magiging 1 half. Ano po? Ang common factor po dyan ay 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 1/4. O 1 half rather. So for x sub 2 naman po natin, 4 minus 0 is 4 all over 8. If you notice, pareho po yung x sub 2 at x sub 1 po natin. So isa lang po yung kanyang root. X is equal to 1 half. So yun na po yung kanyang solution. Okay, so maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Nawa po ay natulungan ko kayo sa inyong aralin. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more video lesson.